the movies, the treatment that the movies gave to the American Indian, this negative stereotyping of them as, quote, savages, unquote. And he was also disturbed by a recent protest that took place at Wounded Knee. Okay. And Sacheen Littlefeather looked very beautiful with her black hair and her, very silky black hair. And she was in a buckskin outfit that was clearly Native American or inspired by Native Americans. She identified herself as an Apache and said she was president of an organization dedicated to uplifting the image of Native Americans or American Indians in the movies. Now, after her death, her sisters issued statements saying that there was no Native American background in their lineage. And a woman who has compiled a list of what she calls Pretendians did extensive research on the family that Sacheen Littlefeather actually belonged to. I mean, her birth name was Cruz, which is a Spanish last name. Now, many people in Mexico have American Indian or Native American ancestry. Some of them do not. Some of them have only Spanish ancestry. And according to her sisters, their father was not an Apache or a Yaqui Indian. She said Sacheen Littlefeather said he had both Apache and Yaqui ancestry. According to them, he had none. He was just of Spanish ancestry. Now, interestingly enough, even Sacheen Littlefeather acknowledged that she was not 100% Native American. She called herself half Native American and half savage, with the savage being the white part. Her mother supposedly was Dutch, German, and I don't know what a third thing was. I think maybe French. But as a man named who calls himself the Native Patriot, and who actually is Navajo, says, it is an interesting thing, but anyone who's part white and part Native American is likely to embrace the Native American part and be interested in that and present themselves as having that heritage rather than their Caucasian heritage. Hypatia Lee, she was an adult film actress. I believe she was 1/4 Native American and 3/4 Irish. But she presented herself as Native American. Okay. And there have also been people like Iron Eyes Cody, became very famous back in the 1970s as an American Indian actor. Okay, and he was like a famous Indian in a like Keep America Beautiful commercial in which he had like a tear running down his face, and he had his hair done in a Native American style. And he did a lot of work as a Native American actor, but it was pretty well known that he did not have a single Native American ancestor. He was of Sicilian ancestry, and he presented himself as Native American. Okay, so there are quite a few Pretendians. And a lot of people, I think, make a mistake about it, that they think that they've got Native American ancestry when they don't. I actually think Elizabeth Warren thought she had more Native American background than she did, because our family thought we had Native American ancestry. Did a DNA test. We don't. I'm, pure Caucasian. My ancestry was Scottish, English, Germanic areas, Swedish and Denmark, and a little bit of Wales and Ireland. Okay, but the point is, why do so many people want so badly to be seen as Native American. I mean, Cruz is from Sacheen Littlefeather had gone by Cruz, she would have been considered a minority. She would have been Hispanic. Okay. And I think there's a lot of things going on. One of them is the fact that the Native Americans got here first. That's why they're called Native Americans or indigenous people. And a lot of people feel like somehow you're more American if you have ancestry that got here first. A long, long time before the white people came over. Another thing is that in today's world, you may get extra points or get some sort of actual financial benefit from saying that you're Native American if a organization is trying to fill slots with minorities. This doesn't really apply to Sacheen Littlefeather, but it might apply to Elizabeth Warren and some other people. Iron Eyes Cody clearly based his whole career on his being something that he was not. But the odd thing is, if this is supposedly a white supremacist society, why do people benefit from calling themselves Native American? Why do they want to embrace that part of their legacy and not their European legacy? Okay. I don't have all the answers, but I do think the whole situation is kind of bizarre.